Hello everybody, I'm Rick Redmond with SunSouth John Deere dealership in Montgomery, Alabama. I've been selling these machines for years. I love them. They're my favorite thing to sell in the Deere line because they're the top of the line. All of it is, but I love this machine. And I've sold a lot of commercial cutters and landscapers these machines. They've changed from one brand to this. I can give you name and name and name. First thing is they're a beefy machine, but they're not so big and bulky that they look like a spaceship. Okay, I like that. Two or three things. One, this is a 7-gauge, wow, that hurt, 7-gauge steel deck. 7-gauge is like this. You hear like, well, mine's got a 14-gauge. Okay, it's half as thick, okay? 7-gauge, thickest in the industry. They're stamped decks. They're not fabricated welded. Deere could make anything they want to. They choose stamped decks because stamps don't break. Welds break. Welds have edges. This has a nice smooth inside. You've got 3 baffles in there that cradle your mower blades. And you've got about 1/4 inch thick around the edges of them. I mean, go to your mower at home and get on it and do this. Guarantee you it doesn't work. Your deck's gonna go just like that. All right, you got the hydraulic motors that propel this machine. Got tons of hydraulic oil going through them. They're smooth. They're not herky-jerky. It's just so simple, easy. It'll go 10 miles an hour. That comes with a 48, 54, or 60-inch deck. This has got a 60-inch deck on it. And I'm going to show you something else in the middle when we get around on this side. You got an 11-gallon tank. You cut all day long on 11 gallons. Of course, it costs you $44 to fill up, but still, gas is gas, and you want as much in it as you can. Okay, you got a rollover protection. Some of you commercial guys get on some bodacious side hill cuts. You can do it on this. Not only has it got a big old weight in the back to give you some stability, we're going to show you in a minute something else that makes this great for side hill and just regular cutting. We're going to go around on this side now. I want to show you something a little bit different about this particular deck than some of the others. We have a mulch on demand feature on this. You can put a mulch kit on pretty much any deck out there, but you're mulching all the time. Sometimes you got tall grass and it's out in a field or commercial and you don't care about mulching. You just want to blow and go, okay? Look at here. We're mulching now. Now we're side discharging. There's baffles under there that just open up. All of that comes out and shoots back there, okay? So this is great for you commercial cutters that sometimes you got to mulch, sometimes you just want to blow and go, or you got a building over here and you don't want to throw rocks or leaves or anything else over there, so you just close your baffles. So that's a great feature for commercial guys. It really is. And this, you got that, it kind of covers, keeps wind from blowing it back in you and all that. Here's one of the best things I love about this mower. Usually to get your deck adjusted from 1.5 to 4.5 inches, you know, you got pins, you got springs, you got to look on some instructions to figure out how to do it. This lever here raises and lowers the deck. That easy, like that. And I'm not a strong guy, even though I look like it. This is not a big deal. All right, now look, if I want to cut on 2.5 inches, I've got an adjustment right here. A little, put on 2.5 inches, lay it down, there I'm at, 2.5 inches, right there. Want to go to 4 inches and cut that real high grass, and I'm not worried about low, there it is, 4 inches. Now I'm ready to load it up on my trailer, locked it up to high, there you go. Loaded up, ready to go. Got your throttle, push button PTO, turn your blades on, no big deal. You got a light right here tells you the hours. If something does go wrong with it, it'll give you a code. We can a lot of times diagnose it over the phone. Throttle right there, choke. You don't need EFI on these things in Alabama. It don't get cold enough in the wintertime. You go out there at 32 degrees, choke it once, let it turn over 3 times, it's gone. It's that easy. Oh, best thing, look here. Rough old field, man, this is the seat, best suspension seat that I know of, and I've sat in a lot of them. I want to tell you one other thing that makes this a good ride. Watch this. You've heard of them? We have them. These are called Twill tires. They are airless, obviously. The tread on them is just like your regular pneumatic air tire, but it will last a little bit longer than those, and those last forever, but it does not have flats. Another thing that it does, if you look at this slow motion, and it's in rough ground, a pneumatic tire, which is kind of rounded on the bottom, and you got 15 pounds of air in them, it gets rough, they start bouncing. When your back tires bounce, your deck bounces. So therefore you get an uneven cut. This, when you go over that rough ground, it kind of does this. In other words, you could put a brick right there, roll over it, that tire would collapse over that brick. You'd never even know you went over a brick. That's how cool that is. And you go out there in the morning to go cut grass, it ain't got no flats. Even the front tires are foam filled, so they don't go flat. So that's another good thing. Seat, awesome. Just seats, great. Here's one of the best things. It's powered by this unit. It's powered by a 25 horsepower FX Kawasaki. That's their top tiered engine. This is the commercial of all commercial engines, probably the most popular. You got this big weighted bumper back here. No, it's not to play bumper cars if your buddy gets mad at you. This is to give it some weight on those side hill cuts. Instead of having to go up and down, most slopes you can go side hill on it. This comes down if you got low hanging limbs all the way there or halfway. This is a very, very, very long-lasting commercial mower. They have a 3-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, except belts and blades, which are wear items, and a 1,200 hour on that. I don't think many people put 1,200 hours on them in 3 years. But come by and see one. If you want to demo one, I'll make it happen for you. See me, Rick Redmond, on Northern Boulevard in Montgomery, and test drive.